What's up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to review College Hill Celebrity Edition, Season 2, Episode 4. So if you haven't seen the 4th episode of Season 2 of College Hill Celebrity Edition, turn this video off right now. Go watch the episode and come back and watch this video. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. These are my thoughts and expressions and how I feel. So don't bring that negativity over here, okay? I'm not a public speaker, so I will tend to stutter, pause. You're going to hear me say like 1,000 times, maybe so like 1,000 times. I will be looking to my notes over here to make sure I'm on track, what I'm talking about, all that good stuff. What else? Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's easy and it's free and it helps support my channel. It helps your recommended stuff to keep popping up with my videos and things like that. It just helps my channel support this black woman, this young black woman trying to do some TV reviews. Just do that for me, okay? So go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. It takes less than 3 seconds. Cool beans. Anything else I gotta say? I will be drinking from my water bottle because my mouth get dry from all the talking. As y'all might have noticed, I finally got my glasses. So I won't be squinting looking at my phone anymore. I can see this shit as clear as day. It's nice and big. I can see everything now. My bitch was out here blind and didn't even know it. Didn't know I was that blind until I started putting these glasses on. I was like, yeah, damn. But yes, your girl got her glasses now, so we is good to go. Is there anything else I missed saying? Yeah. I think that's it. Yep. So last chance, if you haven't seen the 4th episode of Season 2 of College Hill Celebrity Edition, turn this video off right now because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. Okay? All right, then let's get into it. Okay, so the episode resumes. Remember last episode, Dr. Petty was on her way to the house. She knocked on the door. They was like, oh, Dr. Petty here. So Dr. Petty, she get there. She comes in. She's like, I'm just doing a wellness check on the students that didn't come to class, this, that, and the third. You know, it was Jocelyn, Ray J, and who was the third person? New York, Jocelyn, and Ray J was the 3 that didn't come to class the day before or something like that. So Amber was like, well, let me take you to Ray J's room. Because Ray J needs the most help. He the one that ain't been there for like a couple of days and then got the nerve to not be in class when you actually there at the house. So it's just like, and as I watched another review, I realized that I didn't even notice this at first, but last season they all had their separate rooms. This season they all like dormed up. It's like dorm room type of situation. I didn't even notice that until I was watching another review and somebody said it. But I was like, oh, okay, yeah, they are in like a dorm situation now. They roomed up. I didn't even notice that. What was that? Oh man, my little iPad holder fell in the back. Can't nobody see it because I'm in the way, so whatever. All right. So Dr. Petty, she go in Ray J room. She was like, I'm gonna talk to you, Ray J. She was like, I'm gonna let you get yourself together. Come out here and talk to me. Dr. Petty don't be playing with them. Like, that's one professor. She on their ass. Like Dr. Trimble, she seems kind of sweet and kind of like timid and whatever. The Dr. Robinsons, they like, hey, you gonna do this or you not gonna do it, and we don't care. Like, and Mr. Martin, the acting dude, he's funny to me. He told Ray J last episode, don't come to class high no more. I thought that was funny. Because I'm like, shit, when I was in school, I used to come to class high every day. So they wouldn't even know when I'm sober. Shoot. Can't say, well, she always, yeah, I've been high since the day I started here, you know? But anyway, okay, so Ray J, he wakes up, he comes out there, sit down with Ray J. I mean, she's sitting down with Dr. Petty. Dr. Petty basically tell him, like, I'm disappointed in you. You've been missing all these classes. Basically tell him, like, you can't miss no more classes or you're going to get expelled. You're going to get dismissed from the university. So she tells Ray J all that. I love how I can just lean back now and look at my damn phone instead of being all up in it like that when I ain't have my glasses. This shit's so lit now. But yeah, she tell him, like, you can't miss no more classes or you can get dismissed from the university. And I feel like at this point, Ray J wants this. I feel like he wants to keep failing every season so he could keep coming back and be like the character that comes back every season for this particular show. That's what I feel like he doing. He just like to entertain, I feel like. And it's just like 70% of the time, you're not even that funny. 20% of the time, you is funny. Like when he called Jocelyn out in class, he's like, you want to be by yourself. I was like, see, that's the Ray J we like. Like the Ray J that pushed Princess in the pool, that's the Ray J we like. That's the Ray J I like, shoot. But anyway, okay. I'm going off track. So then she started getting to him. She was like, how could you come to this HBCU where our ancestors were bought and sold right down the street, this, that, the third. How could you come here and act like it's meaningless? And she was spitting some real shit to him. Like, yeah, how could you come where all this history has been built, and then you talk about your grandfather marched with Dr. King and all that, but then you come in here and you disrespect the university, you're not coming to class, and when you in class, you being disrespectful and doing wild ass stuff. So it's just like, I understood exactly where Dr. Petty was coming from. She needed to get in that ass. She was like, and you got a young black son. Like, you should, what is he going to look up to? He gonna see failure all the time because his dad don't want to, like, she was getting into that ass. And Ray J was feeling it. He was like, yeah, I know I fucked up. He's all in his confessional, like, yeah, I gotta tighten up, da-da-da. He tells Dr. Petty, he's like, I'm going to do better. And right before they finished talking, excuse me, I had to burp. Dr. Petty gives Ray J another chance to do his hymn because, you know, he missed the class assignment. He had a hymn. I think he was supposed to be partnered with somebody. I don't remember who he was partnered with, but he was supposed to do his part of the hymn. He wasn't there. So she was like, I'm going to give you another chance to perform your part of the hymn in class. So then New York, she come out the cut. She see Dr. Petty just finished talking to Ray J. She like, oh, shit. First she tried. New York is so funny. That's why I said she is such reality TV gold. Like, get this lady her flowers. She's just so funny, man. I hate what she did with her nose, but that personality is still there. Like, it's still shining through. She in there ducking Dr. Petty. She like, oh my God, I don't want to talk. Because she know Dr. Petty is one of those no-nonsense ass professors. Especially since she done popped up at the house. So you know what type of professor Dr. Petty is. So New York ducking her for a little while, but then she was like, well, you know. She was like, I know eventually I'm going to have to sit down and talk to Dr. Petty because she wants to talk to the ones that wasn't here. So not many of y'all. She talked to one of y'all. So, of course. So she finally sits down with Dr. Petty. And Dr. Petty told her right straight up. She was like, well, New York was like, well, you know, it was just one of those days I was under the weather. And Dr. Petty was like, well, I understand. We all had those days, but you got to understand. She was like, this is a curriculum. Y'all can't miss class. She was like, you can't miss no more classes or you shouldn't, or you don't need to be here. Told her right straight up, you don't need to be here. You know how teachers used to tell, or well, more so I feel like jobs say that. You don't want to then you don't need to be here. More teachers can't really say that because it's like, oh, I forgot I took my tongue ring out. I need to put it back in, whatever. I'm just thinking of, my thoughts be going other places sometimes, but anyway, so she tells New York, miss any more classes, you don't need to be here. Straight, like, not playing with them. So then she was like, okay, where's Jocelyn? And New York went to go knock on Jocelyn's door. She was like, Jocelyn is not answering the door. And Dr. Petty even knocked on the door. Like, Jocelyn, you can see Jocelyn in there knocked out, got endless snacks on her bed, a box of honey buns and shit. I'm like, that's some fat ass shit if I ever seen it. I mean, sometimes I got snacks on my bed, but they be on the bottom of the bed in a bag wrapped up. She got a big ass box of honey buns laying by her, knocked out, snoring. But she don't answer. And Dr. Petty was like, she tells New York, tell Jocelyn, soon as she comes, y'all get to school, she need to come see me. I need to talk to her. So then a little while goes past, Dr. Petty leaves. So now Amber, she's on FaceTime with Jocelyn, telling her, you know, Dr. Petty was just here. She wanted to come talk to y'all. And Jocelyn's like, why? What she do? For what? I'm like, what you mean for what? Like, girl, you acting like y'all actually going here for a four-year, y'all, you acting like y'all 4-year students in here. Like, y'all only going here for like a couple of weeks. You can't be missing days. Like, them days are important because they trying to squeeze all this curriculum in at this small little period of time, and y'all missing classes is not the move. So I'm like, what do you mean, why? This is why I said Jocelyn gets on my nerves. If you ain't watched my first 3 reviews of College Hill, you will know I do not like Jocelyn. I can't stand Jocelyn Nash. But anyway, so she in her confessional talking about, even in her confessional, she talking about, I'm going to listen to what Dr. Petty has to say because I respect her. But at the end of the day, she's like, and because she's my advisor. I was just like, see, this is listen to what you're saying. Talking about I'm going to respect her because I'm gonna listen to what she got to say because she might like what. I just felt like that was disrespectful saying that, but it's Jocelyn. You can't expect much respect from her. So she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna listen to what she say out of respect and because she my advisor, but what I care about most is getting my rest." And I'm just like, girl, ain't nobody tell you to invite your husband over and sleep with him all night and then miss class. That was your doing. Y'all supposed to be just celebrating Amber. And I mean, granted, Ray J in New York did the same thing, but still, you had the whole nigga over, so it's just like you went a little way, you went a little too harder than everybody else. So then we get this quick little scene. I like these little scenes because the cast, they really getting to know each other. They building the bond. Quay, New York, and Orion, they sitting down, basically talking about anxiety. And Quay saying, like, this is all a new experience for him. Like, even if he was in a situation with people he knew, it would still be, no, he was like, this is all weird for him because he's around a lot of people that he don't know. Like, he says his personality is a big personality, but he's usually around people that he's comfortable and familiar with and things like that. And this is all a new setting for him. They just talking about, like, anxiety is real and all that. And I like that. Like, they showing sides to themselves that we don't really see. Like, I would never know this stuff about Quay by just seeing him online being this character that he is. So then Ray J, he outside with Iman and Amber, telling them what Dr. Petty said. He was like, yeah, Dr. Petty said, I got one more time. I fuck up, I'm expelled. He was like, I'm gonna tighten up. Iman was like, oh, that's right, King. Amber was in her confessional like, I feel like Dr. Petty went too easy on Ray J because his ass don't give a fuck. He need to tighten. She was going off. I appreciate Amber sometimes because she be just saying the real. It's just like, yeah, right, Ray J. I hope you do tighten up for all of our sakes. But if not, we probably won't see him season 3. I would rather have New York every season than Ray J. Just my opinion. If I had to pick somebody, I would rather have Ray J. I would rather have New York than Ray J every season. So then Ray J, he out back something, practicing to him. Don't sound like he learning the shit. But whatever. Then he goes to visit the Legacy Museum that he didn't get to visit when the rest of the cast went. So, you know, Iman, he went on his own too. So Ray J went. Then they show Ray J sharing his experience about after he just visited the Legacy Museum, talking about how his experience and his feelings after seeing everything that he saw. So he said it was an eye opener and like it's really pushing him to like do his best and making him realize that all the petty dumb stuff he was doing was not worth it. And all the feels and all that he was saying he gonna do better. So we started to see a somewhat change, whatever you want to call it. So Ray J, they in Mr. Martin's class, the acting teacher, Ray J apologizes to him for the way he was acting in class when he was his phone was ringing, he was sleeping, all that extra stuff. Then they get to Dr. Trimble's class. So she gives them an assignment to bring an example of a mask that they wear to sometimes hide who they are. So that's like an assignment that she gives them. And then they get to Dr. Petty's class, and Ray J, he recites his hymn, tries to throw a little notes in there. You know, them Jones was off a little bit. You know, they give him a little a standing ovation. I was like, they just doing it because that's their friend. Then Ray J, he was in the house getting some they back at the house, he was getting some little suction massage. I ain't never seen that before. But it looked like some little suction-y things that they put on your body, and I guess it's supposed to loosen your tensions, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it was. I just thought it was weird, and I wanted to bring that up. I was like, what is that? Has anybody ever had that before? What was that? Then Parker and Quay are stretching. Quay was like, can you touch your toes? Parker was like, yeah. She touches her toes. And then Quay tries to touch his toes and farts. Total nigga shit. I was just like, I thought that was funny, though. I was like, that's such a nigga shit. So, you know, Quay's on the drum line. New York's a flag girl. And Parker's with the dancers, the Stingettes. I think that's their names. They all at their prospective practices, practicing for the what's it supposed to be called? The Magic City event, the Magic City Classic thing. So I guess it's the next day. I don't really be noticing the days and how they go or whatever, but they back in Dr. Trimble's class and they start to they start to perform their little assignments of their different masks or whatever. So New York, she go up there with her I Love New York chain, and she was like, "This is the mask." She says, like, everybody always see me as New York, but don't nobody realize, like, Tiffany has a lot to offer, not just New York. Like, I could put on New York any time of the day, but I want people to know more about Tiffany. Stuff like that. I guess I get it. Parker says she hides behind a smile, to not show what she's going through. I get that, too, because Parker seems like a very happy person. We don't really see her get upset, except for that little situation with Jocelyn. But it's just like, that's Jocelyn. So it's just like, if Jocelyn wasn't there, we probably would never see Parker get upset. But I could see where she would say, like, she smiles to, like, hide the pain and all that. She always seems to be happy and go lucky and stuff. And plus having a newborn daughter, I could get that. She probably went through her what's it called? Postpartum, maybe. And Iman said that, I thought this was interesting. I've heard of this before. So he says that, he was hiding behind his jersey. He felt like playing basketball kept him protected in his hood, which is like, I get that, because some dudes, like, when they grow up, you got the old heads trying to recruit them to, like, run drugs or just do all types of fuck nigga shit to get them locked up or killed. But basketball and rapping sometimes be a way out, and that's kind of where the hood will respect you if you play ball or you rap. What's that song by Partisan Fontaine? Hoop or rap. They only fuck with you if you hoop or you rap. So you're like, the hood there be behind you if you rapping or you playing basketball and you good at it and you getting your name out there because they know you gonna put the hood on. So I get what he was saying. We say he hide from behind the jersey because that's how you got protection in the hood and all that. So I definitely understood that one. Jocelyn said she hides behind materialistic stuff. She was like, this purse is $20,000, but that's not me. I was like, girl, whatever, okay. You should try to say you hide behind trying to be a bully. You should say you should say that you use your defense mechanism quicker than most people because of the way you came up. Don't say you hide behind materialistic stuff. Because most of the shit you be wearing be trash, be corny, be tacky to me. And I don't think that's her main problem to me. Orion says his hair is his mask. Says it hides him, but it also makes him feel confident and makes him feel good and all that other stuff. I was like, okay. Dreads, okay. I mean, he do got some nice dreads. His dreads are full, thick. I do like his dreads, whatever. And Quay has his blue TT mask. I mean, not mask. The blue TT wig. And says that's his mask. He says that the TT persona has, like, hindered him from being himself. Like, from being Quay. Not a lot of people know who Quay is. They just know TT. Which is true, because I don't know that much about Quay. Because even on his little show, TT Needs Love or something like that, I feel like he was TT the whole time. I don't remember. Was he Quay? I can't remember. Amber puts up her pictures on the wall, her thirst traps, and she was like, she hides behind her sexuality. And I was like, see, Jocelyn, this is what the fuck, like, Amber is telling her truth. Like, she's actually saying what she hides behind. Jocelyn's I felt like was full of shit. So Amber said she hides behind her sexuality because when she first came out, picture of her and Kanye dating and all that, so everybody just started assuming the worst and saying the worst about her. So she got to a point where she would start over-sexualizing herself and, like, saying derogatory stuff about herself before anybody else could say it. That way it's just like she beating them to the punch. And it's like, that's exactly what Amber's about. Like, that's exactly what Amber's about, and I understood the exact message what she was trying to come across. And I was like, see, this is what we're talking about. Like, I didn't like the fact that Jocelyn did what she did with her dumbass hiding behind materialistic. And then right after Amber, fucking Ray J. This nigga Ray J, I don't even understand what he was saying. He had some Darth Vader mask. He was like, everybody see the Ray J, cool. I didn't even really understand what he was saying. He was like, when I wear the Ray J Darth Vader mask, I'm the villain. But then I take it off and I'm just cool Ray. He was like, and I'm the illest. And I was just like, what? I was like, Jocelyn and Ray J did not take this assignment seriously. I feel like they really didn't, to me. He was like, when it's just, he was like, I'm left forever. I was like, Jocelyn and Ray J didn't take it serious enough for me. Dr. Trumbull tells them that for their midterm assignment, they have to pair up and write and perform a neo-slave narrative or folklore. I cannot say this word. God damn, folklore. I just had to pause hard as it. Folklore. They have to write and perform a neo-slave narrative or folklore that they're in bondage to. So that's their midterm assignment for Dr. Trumbull's class. I forgot what the subject of her class is. Then they get to Dr. Robinson's class. You know, both of their last name Robinsons. I think that's I think Dr. Robinson's class is African American literature. I can't remember the subjects of the classes. I know a couple of them, like Mr. Martin's is acting. But they get to Dr. Robinson's class. They get their midterm assignments, which are to take everything that they learned in the past couple of weeks that they've been there and write a paper about it. Write a paper about an important person or organization in civil rights history pertaining to their life in a personal way. So that's their midterm assignment for Dr. Robinson's class. He tells them that the midterm has to be 2 pages. And I think somebody, what was it, New York? They was like, oh, God, 2 pages. I feel like they letting y'all off easy. I feel like midterm papers in college be like, gotta be like 5 pages. I don't know how long they gotta be, but I feel like they let them off easy by having to only do 2 pages. That's basically doing 1 page, and then you could do like a half a page and call it 2 pages. I feel like they let them off easy. Either way. Then they get to, I cannot pronounce doctor in French for to save my life. Monsieur Bakoyima. You know, Dr. Bakoyima's class, the French teacher. But I like to say it in French because he's a French teacher. French and Spanish, doctor in French is doctor in French is M-E with the apostrophe over the E, C-E-D-I-N. And Siri pronounced it Misson or something like that. Oh no, Siri, I don't need you.
I'll need to access your phone. I will not then.
I said her name and then I forgot, I didn't realize. But anyway, they get to French class, and their midterm assignment is to create a scenario where they greet their classmates during the morning time, evening time, basically in French. They got to greet each other. And I feel like that's easy as hell. You basically just got to remember a couple of lines. That's why I felt like when Amber got assigned to learn the 9 names of the people that created that school, I felt like she could have learned that. But she got extra time on that. I didn't like that. So they got to learn these phrases of greeting, these greeting phrases in French. So then they get to Mr. Martin's class, the acting class. And their midterm assignment is to perform a mock job interview. Well, one of them is the interviewee, one of them is the interviewer. And they're going to get graded based on their ability to improv and entertain. So then they gave another assignment in Mr. Martin's class where they had to, I remember this one, they had a midterm assignment, not a midterm assignment, they had another assignment in Mr. Martin's class where they had to choose a metaphor that symbolizes a conflict that they've been going through. So he started to sit down with them individually. They don't really show all the students, they show a couple of them. He sits down with Orion. Orion chose the metaphor castles made of sand, he says, because he's had a lot of great things in his life, but he feels like it's crumbled. He started to talk about how he went on tour at a young age, didn't get to experience all of the school situations, things like that. A lot of stuff was happening in his life, and then it kind of went downhill, things like that. Well, not downhill, so to speak, but stuff started to dwindle. So Amber says her metaphor is a tunnel, represents her life. It says, talks about how her dad missed her so much. He used to cry himself to sleep because he was missing her childhood. He didn't get to watch her grow up and things like that. And then Jocelyn, I'm sorry. I must be just so biased when it comes to Jocelyn, but she sits down. She gets emotional. She gets to talking to Mr. Martin about she said, I came from the. She's like, I made it, which I understand. I get that. I made it. I came from the slums of Puerto Rico, running around barefoot in the hood and all that. She talks about her dad overdosing when she was young, and her mother didn't even like try to sugarcoat it for her. She just told her straight up at a young age, your father overdosed from drugs, and she felt like her mother should have. I guess she felt like her mother should have like phrased it different, or like shouldn't have told her until she got older, and she felt like that triggered her. I guess, which is a real thing, but it's just like I don't be knowing what to believe when it comes to Jocelyn. And she got another one of them damn cabaret shows coming out. I was like, why they keep giving this girl a show where she just gonna keep disrespecting, demeaning, physically assaulting these black women, but claiming she wanna uplift them and all this other stuff. It's so annoying. Like, stop giving that girl a platform. It's annoying to me. Just let her keep putting them trash ass songs out. Let her dwindle out of celebrity. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't care. Not too much, because of course she has a family to feed. But like, no, I'm tired of seeing her on reality TV doing the dumb shit that she do. Like, this was supposed to be a good experience, and she came in with the nonsense. So then we get an Omarion cameo. He pops up at the house to get a cast some yoga. New York already thirsting. She just like, oh, it's so weird seeing Omarion and Orion here, because they just look so alike, and they're so tan, their skin is just, she just started going off. I was like, look at New York thirsty ass. I was like, we need that, because like, yes, they are some fine looking men. So they all go in the house, and Omarion starts to showing them yoga, has them doing a little sit down pose. They all laying down, motherfuckers starting to fall asleep and all that. Amber and Ray J, they get up, step off. Amber was like, I ain't know it was gonna be this long. Shoot, I'm trying to get the food done. I'm trying to go eat. Amber and Ray J was like, yeah, we over it at this point. Then we get another little heartfelt moment. New York and Quay, they sitting down. And Quay tells New York tells Quay that him, Parker, and Orion are like the angels of the house. They keep everybody sane, and they give everybody good vibes and things like that. And Quay was like, well, what are you? And she was like, I'm just trying to graduate. She was just like, this is all a new setting for me. She was like, even if it was, she was like, especially with these especially been doing this with strangers. She was like, even if it was people who I knew, it still would be all new for me. She was like, I'm just trying to better myself. I'm trying to graduate. Just trying to get out there. I feel you, New York. New York's serious about this thing. She might still be doing a reality TV show antics, but she's serious. So the cast, they in their little, I don't know, I want to call it the little study room of the house, because everybody was in there doing their little midterm homework assignments or whatever. Ray J and Jocelyn. That's why I said they not taking this shit seriously for real. It's a difference between taking it serious. Okay, so like what I just said, New York, she's taking this serious, but she's also giving us that reality TV stuff that we need, that good reality TV that we need. But she's also taking it serious. So that's what I'm liking, and I feel like Ray J and Jocelyn are not. So they all doing their midterm homework assignments, whatever you want to call it. Ray J and Jocelyn in the day, they in there being extra and stuff. New York starts spazzing on Ray J ass. She's like, you need to take that bullshit somewhere else. We in here trying to do our stuff. You get the fuck out. She started going off on his ass. I was like, that's right, New York, big New York. Stop playing with her. I was like, yeah, New York and Ray J and Jocelyn in the background doing dumbass antics. I was like, see, bro, get them out of there, bro. And please don't bring Jocelyn back next season. Somebody gonna get expelled. I remember seeing that. Probably gonna be Ray J. Oh. Maybe. It might be Jocelyn. You never know. Because Jocelyn and Amber supposed to be going, I think they're gonna fight or something this season. I don't know. But so the Dr. Trumbull's midterm assignment that they got. What was the midterm assignment in there? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, so the midterm assignment for Dr. Trumbull's class was they got to do the what's it called? Where am I? Where the hell am I? Oh, dang, I skipped the whole part. How did I skip that? Well, yeah, I skipped the part. Jocelyn sat down with Dr. Petty. And Dr. Petty basically told her what she told Ray J in New York. But I felt like she said it in a little softer way because it was Jocelyn. She's like, I'm disappointed. You missed several classes. When I came to the house, you didn't even answer the door. Jocelyn was like, well, I didn't expect it to be this much. Like, I just thought it was going to be this and not that. And Dr. Petty was like, well, the same energy you put into being a performer, you need to put into this, your academic studies. And Jocelyn was like, I got you. Don't worry about it. But I skipped that part. I didn't even realize I skipped it. Probably because I saw Jocelyn's name and was like, ah. But, yeah, I skipped that part. But, back to New York and Parker, they are partnered up for Dr. Trumbull's midterm assignment with the neo-slave narrative folklore thing. So they in the classroom. I mean, they in the room like, they're like, I don't know. Like, is we gonna do? They skeptical. They don't know if they're gonna do good on that. So then, what is this? Orion, Iman, and Jocelyn, they're partnered up for the neo-slave thing for Dr. Trumbull's class. They outside. They decided to do a spiritual because of the fact that all of them are musicians in a way. Orion and Iman are musicians. But and who else? Somebody else. Oh yeah, so New York and Parker are also partnered up with another student from the class. So they got some students at the house, some actual ASU students there at the house. Amber Rose, Quay, and Ray J, and another student are partnered up for Dr. Trumbull's class. They decided to do a neo-slave narrative about how the slaves escaped and all the hardships they had to go through. And Amber was like, we're gonna be showing the gore and talk about the gore. She's like, I'm down with that and all that. But Quay's not there with them because he's at drumline practice. And then they show Quay at drumline. He was like, I ain't realized practice was gonna go this long. I supposed to be doing the midterm with Amber and them, but I'm gonna get it both done. He dedicated. Everybody seemed dedicated except for Jocelyn and Ray J. What else? So the next morning, Monday morning, everybody getting ready for school and stuff. So the first van they leave, and the second van they still stuck behind because Ray J looking for his phone. So it's Amber, Ray J, Jocelyn, and probably somebody else. I can't remember. And side note, I noticed Jocelyn was wearing like the little Versace robe thing. I thought those was like bath robes, house robes. Can you wear those out and about? I mean, don't get me. I don't know because I don't. That's out of my tax bracket, so I don't know. But them type of the little Versace robes she had on, I've only seen people with it like in the house or like laying down around the house or like going to bed or about to get out the shower or something like that. Can you wear those out like fashion? I don't know. Whatever. I guess when you got that type of money and they cost them, I guess you could do whatever you want. But yeah. So they get to Mr. Martin's class. Nobody's partner is there. Like everybody that's there has a partner that's not there. So Iman's there, his partner's not there. Who else is there? I think Quay's there, his partner not there. Like basically nobody's partner is there. So Mr. Martin was like, y'all better call around. Like they got 10 minutes. Giving y'all 10 minutes or it's gonna be an apple incomplete. So they start calling around. And back at the house, Ray J still looking for his phone. Finally calls his phone. This nigga got more than one phone, but looking for a particular phone. Like, nigga, if you don't take that phone and get to class, y'all already just got cursed out for being, like, not coming in. You and Jocelyn, y'all should be trying to get there on time. But back at the house, when he finally finds the phone, he's like, now I'm just waiting on y'all. I'm just like, bruh, they not serious. They not serious. That's how the episode ends. I'm just like, bruh, they not serious, bruh. But yeah, that's what I forgot to do. I usually grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I forgot to grade it at the beginning. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna grade this episode. I'm gonna give it an A- just because Dr. Petty had to pop up on their ass, and that was wild as hell that she had to do that. So yeah, she popped up at the house. I give it an A-. I graded an A-. I don't like to do ratings. Everybody do ratings 1 through 10. I'm trying to be a little different, I might take a few things here and there from other stuff I see, but I like to do the gradings. I graded an A-. Predictions for episodes to come. Shoot. I wonder what's gonna happen with this Amber Rose and Jocelyn getting into it, because they was back at a good place. So I wonder what's gonna happen. Yeah, the person I think gonna get expelled, I think it's gonna be Ray J, but you never know. It could be Jocelyn. Because if they fight, if her and Amber Rose fight, but then that would mean Amber will get expelled too. But I feel like students probably fight. They probably just get like disciplinary notice or something. I don't know, but I don't know. But yeah, after that fight, I don't think Amber won't be valedictorian no more. She said she wanted to be valedictorian. I think valedictorian might actually go to New York. She might actually get valedictorian. I honestly think Parker, so next episode, Parker's supposed to be performing. It's supposed to be the Magic City Classic. I don't think Parker's going to do well, but I hope she does. I'm rooting for Parker. I'm rooting for Parker, New York, and Quay. I hope they do well, but I really don't think Parker's going to do that well. Yeah. Yeah, those are my little predictions for the episodes to come. Thanks for watching this video, and please like the video and subscribe to my channel. And comment below what you would grade the episode, what you thought about the episode, what you thought about what I talked about, if I missed anything. All that, your opinions, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe. Hit the share button and notification bell if you want to. That's not necessary for real, but yeah. Yeah. Thanks for watching. That's it. That's all. Peace.